Welcome everybody to episode 8 of Dark Winter Radio. I am Evan Partial, aka Wolf of Cherno, and I'm here with my co-host, as always, Second Son Gamer, aka The Division ANZ, aka Patrick. And today we're doing episode 8 with a lot of new information, as well as a double podcast episode of Intel from the Wildlands, episode 2 right after that. So I hope you guys can stick around. Whew, Patrick, today is a big day for Division news. Well, this whole week has been just a big week, you know?
Yes, I was very surprised, actually, to be honest, because, let's see, Survival came out in November, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And it's only been 2 months since it came out, and we've already getting this news. We've already pretty much I think we got a release date, actually, in end of February. Like,
yep, for Last Stand.
Everything's happening so fast, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Like
this news
massive Redstorm Annecy, take a breather, man. It's like, let the game soak in. Well, they kind of let the game soak in 1.5 for a couple months, so new content is expected. But
I know.
But yeah,
I mean,
guys.
Like, have some breathing time between expansions. Maybe release it in April or something, you know? Like, release it.
Well, it kind of fits in with the year one thing, like 3 or 4 months, you know, release of DLC. But yeah, guys, so how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody on iTunes or YouTube that are watching this on iTunes or listening, welcome to the show. Tonight, basically, we're going to be talking about Last Stand 1.6 as well as the PTS for 1.6 and Last Stand that started yesterday. And we're going to be talking about, you know, the new premium credits, the new emotes, backpack skins, which we'll get into much later in the show. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good time sticking around with us, and I hope you guys enjoy our content that we are providing to you free of charge on the website twitch.tv.
Free of charge.
Free out of my pocket. I put so much work into this show, guys. And so does Patrick, and we just want to give you guys a good experience and a good kind of news broadcast, like a little relap of everything that happens over the coming weeks for the Division and for the next podcast, Intel from the Wildlands, for Ghost Recon Wildlands. So, shall we get right into it with what was the first bit of hyped up info that Matt Shacha kept teasing us about until he finally released it? Well, not him, but them just in general. We have the teaser for Last Stand that we're gonna play right about now. All right, hope you guys enjoy. I know you guys on iTunes won't be able to hear it, but you'll hear the nice, you know, footsteps, and I'll explain later. I'll explain what it was for you. Here we go.
Fortification has been enabled at Alpha.
So yeah, that's what that was. Oh, what's up? What's up, Gabe? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. So yeah, that's what that was. That kind of, so for those of you listening on iTunes, it was basically a teaser showing off new areas that looks like an opera house, as well as 2 teams that one was dressed in blue, one was dressed in red, which obviously kind of shouted a form of PvP coming to the game. And what it ended up being is an announcement for Last Stand, obviously, but it's for the new modes for the new mode for Last Stand, which is like an 8v8 kind of PvP mode. And
I think it's more like, at least from what I saw, it feels like more of like a domination type game mode, but without flags. There's like the supplies you have to take back.
Yeah,
know,
well,
so like
we gotta talk. We gotta tell them about the supplies. The supplies are basically the Well, actually, let's not talk about it. I have an article that we can actually read over, and it explains. I think it explains everything. So it'll word it better than we could. Switch over to that right now. So after that, there was an intelligence annex that came out like shortly after, and it's called Taking a Stand. How you doing, Gabe? We're doing pretty good, man. Having a pretty good night/morning. So basically, they released this along with many other things, and we're gonna talk about that. Agents, PvP combat in the Division has always been a special kind of beast, taking place in the dangerous and infamous Dark Zone where PvE and PvP gameplay mix. Gameplay in the DZ has always been an open-ended and without any clear objectives, as it is designed to be. Love it or hate it, if you want to fight other players, that's where you have to go. In Expansion 3 Last Stand, we're adding new ways to compete with other players, and a new way to experience the DZ. In a brand new separate game mode, compared to the open and unstructured nature of the Dark Zone you'll find in the game right now, Last Stand is session-based and features clear objectives and win conditions, while still incorporating aspects of the DZ, such as PvP enemies and landmarks. So basically, domination game mode mixed into the DZ. And as you guys can see here right now, this is a different area. If you guys are new to looking at this on YouTube and haven't heard any of the news in the past week or so.
And there's also, looks like there's going to be a little perk station, because I'm looking at the intel they gave us, and right next to the B objective mode, the station is going to be a little perk station, looks like.
Perk station, yeah. I think at each station there's I know for each station they said there's 3 fortifications for this mode, which we'll get into. It'll say right here.
Yeah.
So we're going to just introduce that. When the situation in the DZ escalated as the outbreak spiraled out of control and all semblance of civilization collapsed, the JTF was forced to withdraw from the area, leaving behind tactical terminals, SHD tech data relays loaded with operational info. Now, rogue agents are closing in on those relays, and if they manage to get their hands on the info, it would be catastrophic for the SHD and the mission to save New York. It'll be your job, together with a group of 7 other Division agents, to stop that from happening. So yeah, it offers a session-based PvP combat mixed with PvE aspects, so basically Dark Zone just with game modes, you know? In it, 2 teams of 8 are fighting each other on an instance map, which the instance maps are DZ 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 8, and 8 to 9, which they did expand the Dark Zone in 1.6, which we'll talk more about later. So yeah, basically, in it, 2 teams of 8 players are fighting each other on an instance map to control the aforementioned terminals until one team has transferred enough info to win the match. When taking part in Last Stand, the game will always assume that your team are the Division agents, while the enemy team will be seen as rogues. So it's like rogue versus agent, good versus bad, red versus blue kind of thing. Note that they are labeled as rogue for lore reasons, as the actual rogue mechanics do not apply in Last Stand, so it's not like you can run out your timer and throw fucking bunch of cluster sticky bombs and piss people off like you normally do in 1.5. I'm gonna stop. In other words, you'll always be able to be the good guy when playing Last Stand. When the match is over, you can go straight back to the queue and won't have to return to the main game to queue up again. Each side of Last Stand is made up of 8 players, divided into 2 teams of 4 players. You can queue up solo or together or with up to 3 friends, but you won't be able to queue up as an 8-man group. You need to be level 30 to play Last Stand. So yeah, this is an example of one of the instanced areas. It looks like it's in DZ8, I'd say. It shows A, B, and C, kind of like Conquest and Battlefield, if you guys want to play that. And it's also showing a perk station, so you can probably run over there and get like a special skill or something. I think that's how it would go, actually. And it looks like there's 2 perk stations, if you look at that pad.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and the perk stations, what do you think those are going to offer, like, players in the Last Stand?
In perks-wise, I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to tell. I mean, like, I would hope it's probably just going to be maybe skills. Maybe you walk into the Dark Zone into that particular mode with no skills, and maybe you pick them up as you go through the perk stations, or maybe maybe you're very stripped down in that mode, so like survival, you know, and you go through, yeah, like I say, you go through the station, you know, you pick certain perks you want, talent, stuff like that.
Yeah, one would hope so.
Yeah. Because I mean,
we have DB Dave is trying to join the chat right now. I could invite. Oh, I have to give him a role in order for him to join the chat. There we go.
Try to get him into the podcast.
I'm just gonna let him know. Continue on what you were talking about.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I think it would be. I mean, because especially with the whole, as we know, with the whole Dark Zone, how certain players can be more overpowered than others. Because with their gear and all that kind of thing. I think something like Last Stand, they don't want that to be happening. So maybe they'll start us off fresh for that particular mode again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it is PvP, you know, and then you might have people who have maybe a better weapon than you, and it'll just cause more havoc than it should.
Yeah. They did say for Last Stand everything is going to be balanced. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
like say you have a gear set that's more OP than somebody else. That's not going to matter because gear sets, they said, won't be taken necessarily into effect. Everything's going to be basically even. It's just going to depend on skill. So you can't go into like in there with a god tier like Predmark build and expect to snipe people from across the map and get 500k headshot damage and down everybody you see. So yeah, capturing a terminal also activates a spawn relay, one of the 3 terminals in your area, which will give you more options how to get back into the fight. So it's basically like Battlefield in a way. If you capture an objective, you can spawn on it. If the enemy has it, you can't spawn on it.
Yeah.
And to give you a better overview, you'll be able to choose where to spawn in the mega map instead of from the list. So it'll be a lot like Battlefield 1 if you guys want an example of that. Yeah, the Last Stand doesn't use the rogue mechanic, and you can PvP in there without fear of punishment. So I think honestly right now I'm still afraid of how the Dark Zone is in 1.5. I do not touch the Dark Zone. Which is what mainly because I saw PvP in the beta. I'm thinking back of how it was back then. I just want it to be like that again, but now it's just running in circles, hip firing with an LVOAC or a FAMAS with Alpha Bridge or something, spamming support station and Seeker Mine and Shock Turret and running away like a little bitch, you know? Like, that's all I see in the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
And I just don't want that anymore, you know? I just want it, I want it to be an actual, like, fair fight, you know?
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see what happens in this new update, the expansion. Hopefully it will revive the Dark Zone back what it used to be, back when it was fair, and not a fuckfest in a way, pretty much. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, because you remember how it was in the beta, right? It was spectacular. Hello? Oh no. Is he gone? Where'd he go? Well, guys, it appears Patrick has cut out.
There we go.
Oh, nope, he's back. What were you saying?
Well, at least I know that Discord can let you join quicker than Skype.
Yeah, Discord. Did you drop out of the chat or something?
I don't know what happened. I was minimizing the thing so I can check out some notes.
Oh, that might have been why.
So it's closed, but it's all good. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to feel like I was back because I remember I used to be so excited to go to the Dark Zone. You know, you had that feeling of tension. You know, you get the best loot. But now that you can get all the best loot anywhere, you have no reason to go back there, you know, so hopefully there is, you know, gives it a reason to go back, pretty much.
Yeah, and Last Stand is honestly going to be something that helps me go back into the Dark Zone, like warm me back up to it. Guys, I cannot wait for 1.6 and Last Stand to come out. I am so excited.
Do we have Dave in here? I think Dave tried to...
Yes, Dave is in the voice channel, but he's not talking right now. But I think he said no audio earlier, so...
Right, okay.
But he can, if he gets his mic working, he can join in. But, okay, continuing on to this article. Just like in the regular DZ, there's more to it than just PvP. The NPC enemies are still roaming the streets of useful landmarks there. These NPCs are also guarding the control points, so you have to clear them out before being able to capture another point. With the central control point always being guarded by elites that you'll have to deal with somehow before you're able to gain a foothold there. And I remember Matt saying on his stream that the enemies always respawn there. It's not like they're just gonna you know, disappear forever. They're actually going to respawn at a certain time. Gabe says it was fair in the beta due to the restrictions on gear and such. Yeah, but you know how there's so much flexibility now, and so many gear sets, so much openness, and there's so many unoptimized gear sets and so many optimized ones that are overly OP that they just seem to nerf them. They have to find. I think Last Stand is going to make it so things are even again in that aspect, but 1.6 will read off a lot of the stuff that's going to make it more relatively even in other aspects. Killing NPCs will reward your team with SHD Tech, a team resource that you can use to unlock tactical boosts and fortifications, aka the turret that's right here popping up and helping protect agents that are like those 50 cal turrets that you see if you're just roaming the world, the ones that like auto lock onto you and kill you in 3 shots. Could like I swear they're anti-air turrets, not people turrets.
Hey guys.
Oh hey Dave, how you doing, man?
Sorry, there's USB problems. Mike fixed it.
Oh, no problem. TC report says, can I come in at 9 or maybe drop in now? Yeah, sure, man. I tell you what, I'll Twitter message you the link to the Discord here in a second. And I'm
What up, Dave?
Hey, Pat. I'm Australia, mate.
I'm Australia there, bro.
So how are you doing today, Dave?
Oh, not too bad, mate.
What's up?
Just a bit of running around this morning, family issues.
Oh, I gotcha.
Life. Glad to be here, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying
Always
to.
happy to have you, bro.
I'm getting back on track with this thing here. Let's just get this. Let's get this article out of the way. After set milestones during a match, TAC boost stations come online using your SHD Tech resource as a currency. These stations will give your team different bonuses, such as faster data upload speed, which I wish was real for internet, or more points for killing enemies. A station can only be activated by one team at a time. These boosts aren't permanent, though. I'm seeing if Gabe is in here. Okay, there you
Yeah,
are.
Got a lot of those in Australia.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, Gabe, you can join the group chat in here. It's a good old time. These boosts aren't permanent though; they only last for a set amount of time before they go neutral again. This means you'll need a constant stream of SHD Tech, but you'll also want to plan ahead depending on any boosts the enemy team managed to activate for themselves. Once their boost goes away, what will you and your team do to counter any gains they made during the last couple of minutes? So Last Stand is definitely more tactical of a game mode than something as survival or underground missions, but underground is mainly PvE, survival is a mix of both, you can do either or, and Last Stand is mainly PvP. And
Hello? Does this thing work?
oh, I think it works.
Oh my god! Huh? Is that the real Cherna? Is that Patrick?
Who let him behind the tape? Gustav, security! Did you let him in here? Oh no! I sorry, man. He got underneath my legs.
Is that Dave?
G'day.
What's up,
It
man?
has been too long.
Yeah,
Way
it's,
too long.
It's
been-
the reunion.
it's been like 4 episodes since you've been here, man. Come on.
Dude, my work like killed me, and now like
At least you
they're
got.
barely giving me hours.
At least you have. Oh, I know that feeling. During Christmas time, I was getting flooded, but now I have nothing.
Yeah. So yay, no money.
I know. Yay, I'm broke. I can't wait. That's why I'm selling banners on Fiverr. Hashtag sponsor.
Oh man. But anyway, continue. Don't let me.
Yeah,
don't let
I
me
got
ruin
you.
Your flow.
Rewards. With Last Stand, we're introducing a new progression system similar to Underground. You'll gain special experience points and Last Stand rankings at up to a maximum of 40, so like prestige times 4. Each rank you attain will reward you with a sealed cache of items at a certain set milestones. During progression, you'll also unlock exclusive vanity items that cannot be found anywhere else in the game. The mode comes with 2 unique full vanity sets and 2 sets of weapon skins. At the same time, even after you hit the maximum rank, you'll keep earning Last Stand experience and getting new caches, just like in the Underground and how field proficiency works. Last Stand ranks do not work as DZ ranks, so you can never lose them. They're also taken into account when matchmaking. You'll get extra rewards every time your team wins, but over the course of a match, we track more than 30 actions you might perform. Once the match wraps up, you'll be ranked according to how you did, similar to how it works in survival, and you'll be rewarded accordingly. So kind of like ribbons in Battlefield in a way, I think. All rewards are given out at the end of a match, so you'll have to see the whole thing through to get them. Conclusions with Last Stand, we're adding a dedicated, separate PvP combat arena to the Division, a feature we know many of our players have wanted for a long time. Compared to the DZ, it offers a clear objective and session-based PvP experience, while also offering a strong PvE component. Together with the balance changes we're bringing to the game in 1.6, Last Stand is an important part of revitalizing player combat in the Division. As mentioned above, the expansion will also include a new incursion, aka Stolen Signal. More info to be coming soon. That's pretty neato.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, now that we have Dave in the chat with us, especially
Hold on, I actually
Dave-
have to turn on their little icons here. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
A new agent is joining your
New
team.
agent is joining your team. Alright, and you're on there, and now Dave is number 5. There we go. Wait, let me play it one more time. I like that sound file.
A new agent is joining.
Your team. Alright. Yeah, Gabe, just because I learned that you might be joining us tonight, I re-added you, so your picture...
Nice, it's updated.
Your picture on there is it's a little bit big. I'm actually gonna fix that right now live on stream. Sorry guys that
Huge. It's huge.
That's
going to be huge.
That's good enough. That's good enough. It looks fine. So yeah, moving on. Do you guys want to look at the okay, number 4 on the show notes? I said the feature in Last Stand that we're most excited for. Patrick,
Well,
what's the feature you're most excited for in Last Stand?
I would have to say for me, it's definitely the new incursion.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's mainly that's 1.6. That's not Last Stand.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, well, that's true. I would say the new features in the Dark Zone, really. Then the whole game mode.
The whole game. I like personally that it's similar to Conquest/Domination in a way. Which,
Yeah.
Gabe, I know you play a lot of Battlefield, so
Oh yeah.
I think it tickles your fancy in that area a little bit too. And the fact that it's also not based on like how good your gear is, it's just based on how well you play the game, that will get you better rewards.
I was gonna mention before, like I was trying to say to Dave, Dave's currently, or at least has played the PTS, correct?
That's correct.
Aha.
What have you played from it so far? Like, is there anything particular you like so far from it, or have you tried the new incursion? Like, give us your feedback on it.
Yeah, I tried the incursion lost signal. Is it signal lost? Lost signal?
Yeah, Stolen Signal actually, I think.
Stolen signal, sorry. Last night, just with a bunch of randoms hooked up with them, and even on the harder, because it goes from you got challenging and legendary to settings. Challenging, it was pretty doable. It's like in stages, like most incursions are, and it's a stage where you got 3 sets of different hostages to rescue. In the second one, we didn't quite eliminate the boss to be able to.
Yeah, I heard it's in
proceed,
like
so,
I heard it's in like a TV station kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like these hostage rescue areas are in different sets at the TV station, and they're actually really cool, interesting how they're set up. I actually mentioned this privately to Matt Schotcher. It was really cool where you enter into this set at the studio, and I won't spoil it for you. The way they've set the hostages up with the enemy AI around it's pretty cool.
Is it
so
a new
that's-
area?
Yeah, it's a new area.
Yep.
Where is it located exactly?
So south of Central Park and to the right of other incursion up there north of.
So is it in the new Dark Zone? Is that where it's located, or?
No, it's still in the PvE.
Oh, so you're saying it's like is it southwest of the Central Park or southeast of Central Park?
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay, so it's kind of near the second incursion then. The one with the right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, to the east of that. Totally a new area, and unfortunately didn't get to finish it, but
Yeah.
Wait to that. So that was really cool, and also jumped into the new Dark Zone areas.
What do you think of those?
They're certainly interesting. A lot of more variety up there, and I just went up there solo, took on a couple of rogues. Didn't really knock them down, but I wasn't wiped out at the same time. And I don't have the top of the line build on PC, PS build either. That was good to know. Did manage to extract once, which was cool. Got a lot of stuff out. Nothing new like any of the exotics.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about exotics later, because I have I have the next article for 1.6 booted up, which we can converse about, which is actually really nice.
What about you, Gabe? Is there anything in Last Stand that you're most excited for?
I would say the game mode, like, that's, which I don't know, like, do they have an official name for that? 'Cause I was trying to get that out of people.
They do, really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just...
I really don't know why. Like, why isn't, I don't know, they have, like, the Last Stand, but then, because they kept referring it to the Last Stand mode, or whatever, right?
Maybe,
So
maybe it would just be called Last Stand, who knows? Maybe they don't really have it, because they can't really call it, like, domination, blah, blah, blah.
no, yeah.
It's
That's
not
true.
flags, you know, so it could be just called The Last Stand. You know, we have no idea, but time will tell, you know, yeah.
Time
That's
will
true.
definitely tell.
Yeah, but I would have to say that mode looks fun. I'm excited for, like, a mode like that, besides, you know, just the
Your
usual rise and grind.
Yeah.
And then killing everyone into the Dark Zone, which
It gets old after a while, which a new game, which the new DLC, a lot of people, I have a concern that a lot of people have been telling me about. They say this year one DLC for the Division was kind of disappointing because it didn't really offer much to the story, but it mainly offered just 3 game modes, like Underground Survival and Last Stand are just game modes. But now with 1.6, I think they're finally offering more content, like to the actual world, you know?
Yeah, I would like to see more story myself, actually. I mean, I didn't hate the DLCs. I really liked them. I played them for so many hours, you know, still playing to this day, so I haven't stopped it and everything, and I'll do the same with Last Stand. But I think we need more story-based content for the game.
Yeah, story-based would definitely be recommended, because they left the ending off at a cliffhanger, pretty much, and we're just kind of sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
And I do hope if they release a Division 2, I really hope the boss fight at the end is much better.
Oh, I bet it will be. It's always better.
I was not a fan.
I feel like the Division going on to
popped
the...
up.
I feel like the Division going on to the Division 2 will be like Titanfall to Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Or just like any game, really, sequel's always better, they say, you know?
Yeah, usually. Like Watch Dogs to Watch Dogs 2, you know?
I just wish it was more cinematic. The way they were killing like the bosses, that's really it. Like, you know how they had like the short cinematics, like in the when you defeated the cleaners, how everything would blow up and stuff like that. Like, I wish like at the end of the boss, after you killed them, it would just be like, it would go into cinematic and all of you like come together and you're just like, oh, you're in the wrong town, mofo, blah blah blah. You know, like.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, honestly.
Some epic music in the background.
Yeah, because for the Division, the cutscenes weren't really like battle-styled cutscenes. It was just like, hey, come here, I got to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
This is an extremely easy mocap session that we did in 2 days.
Yeah. Even though they said there was gonna be no cutscenes, let's not forget that.
I know they originally said there was no. They originally said they were trying to limit cutscenes to a minimum, which I guess is okay. So.
And whatever happened to that echo that was in the train station down on the Manhattan?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. There are certain things we do not talk about, and that is one of them.
Okay, I guess we can move on to the next
1.6.
We'll probably do the poll first, and then we'll move on to the info.
Where are we?
So I think we'll just get the poll out of the way quickly.
Yeah, read your poll.
Alright, so I recently, on my Division Game ANZ Twitter page, I ran 2 polls. First one was, are you guys ready and excited for 1.6 in the Last Stand? I had 70% say yes, and 30% say no. Now,
that's
that's
concerning.
Why do you believe that 30% of these people are not excited for it? Is there like a reason why, or do you think maybe?
Revolving back to my old point, people saying they wanted more story content. I think that might be a reason. Because people are just like fed up with like, it's just a game mode, it's stupid. But people don't understand, The Last Stand will probably have more added to it as they expand on the map more with updates.
But do you feel like I don't know if maybe I could be wrong, but do you feel like that when every time there's a new expansion, there's more that they release more in the free updates than they do in the paid expansions?
Well, with the free updates, they offer the incursions, they offer more weapons, more gear sets, more skins.
HVTs.
I think, honestly, incursions should be part of paid DLC. I mean, like, because I feel like if you paid $60 for a season pass, you know, and all you got was like survival, but if there was like a new incursion, everyone gets it. It's like, well, what do I pay for? You know, like.
Yeah, it's like you paid for Underground, Survival, and Last Stand, but it's like, are you getting your $40 USD money's worth out of it?
Exactly, yeah. Like, I think there should be more content restricted to paid people who are actually willing to support the game and pay for it, you know? And, yeah, because, I mean, your free updates are cool. Weapons are good to have as free because, you know, you don't unlock that behind paid money. But just, I think there should be more content for people who are willing to fork out the money for the game.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because it feels like there's less content and you're getting more if you don't get the season pass. At least that's what I feel sometimes, but yeah.
I just feel the game deserves more. And you had a second poll, you said?
Yes, that's right. This was the second and final poll that I did recently. So, what are you most excited about in 1.6 and in the Division's Last Stand?
Do you want to answer that one after I read the article out, so people can get like a refresher of everything that's on 1.6? All right, cool.
Yeah, we could do it.
Sounds cool. Over to that article, which I have to do this because the article likes to bug out and go over here. There we go. All right, so 1.6 in detail. I'm just going to go straight over to that. The northern front in 1.6, the gates of the northern parts of the DZ will open to 7, 8, and 9, and they will finally become available. While the DZ has never been the most welcoming place in New York, the situation in DZ 7 and 9 is especially dire. We don't want to spoil too much in this article, as we'd rather have you experience the new areas on your own, which I thank you, massive. And there's a couple of surprises waiting for you in there. In total, these new areas, including all their vertical space, like rooftops and underground locations, almost double the playable size of the current DZ. Which I remember them mentioning there's going to be a lot more to do with rooftops as well as underground in DZ 79, especially rooftops.
Yes.
They mentioned more.
I was going to say that because we saw so much in the demos, we never really saw that much in the main game.
Yeah, it's just like where's the rooftop
zone.
fights, you know?
Yeah, let's not forget that in the dark zone. I remember beta, we were on the rooftops and we were battling against these other people across the other side of the road on their rooftop, and they were like kind of camping it out.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget that. So I would love to see more rooftop action. That was pretty cool to see. But yeah, it's good to see it's coming back.
But yeah, the new landmarks can have multiple waves of enemies spawning after you've killed the initial NPCs. Clearing landmarks will now award you with additional loot placed directly into your inventory, so you don't need to extract loot after you clear a landmark now.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I really like that because it was kind of shitty to clear out a landmark like, oh, I have 9 out of 9, gotta go. Then I'll go right back. Then I gotta go again. Then I gotta go right back.
Yeah, there was also a few things they mentioned. I'm not sure if they were in the article, but they did say something about like the new legendary game mode. Difficulty. Sorry.
I think that's mentioned in the article.
Yeah, I was gonna mention like how for certain missions now they're gonna put it, and it's gonna be new. It's gonna be the LMB enemies now. It's not gonna be.
Yeah, it's a new form of LMB. It's only for
Yeah.
Times Square. I think
Name
it's.
Palm, I think.
I think for Warren Power Plant and the one that has Joe Farrow in it.
Yeah, and they also said something about the filters now.
Oh yeah.
I believe Dark Zone. Yeah. if you were to go in the dark
There's
zone now,
there's aka contamination events, which are right here. The new special events, contaminated body bags piled up in parts of subways below the dark zone, increasing the strength of the virus in those areas. The cleaners have started sweeping these locations, burning everything in their path, including civilians who happen to get in their way, which is weird because you never see any civilians in the dark zone. Roughly every hour, elite cleaners will appear in the underground locations in the DZ, and it's your job to stop them. A word of warning, though, the contamination has reached unprecedented lethal levels in these places. So your virus filter will not be enough to resist it. Act quickly and learn how to manage your health while venturing into the contaminated underground, which makes me extremely excited because once you got to like max contamination like filter level, there was like nothing to do. Like you could just go into every contaminated area and it was kind of boring. There was no risk.
You know what I was excited for is that finally civilians now, they don't give you grey shit anymore. They actually give you
civilians they won't give you crap anymore. Every time you help out a civilian on the street, they'll give you directive intel, I believe.
Yeah, now it's
target intel for HVTs, not directive.
Yeah, it's given me a reason to actually help them now because like once I hit 30, I was like, fuck off, I'm not helping you guys. You give me crap now. Sometimes they'll give you like clothes on, which is cool, but most of the time, it's like, I'm not going to help him.
Yeah.
You know?
And
now it will give me more reason to.
Yeah. And they also added the Dark Zone leaderboards, which have been added to the DZ, tracking a wide range of different activities, both in PvP and PvE. All tracked activities will be turned into a total score. The rankings are divided into 3 tiers, which will give out rewards when they're reset on a weekly and monthly basis. The tiers, I don't believe, have been announced yet. No, they are Rogues Killed, Manhunt Survived, and Extractions Hijacked. So that's going to definitely increase people doing manhunts as well as hijacking extractions. But
yeah.
I think it'll be better for killing rogues, but it's also going to be bad because what if you accidentally go rogue and you got like your 14-second timer and people just immediately go just kill you.
Yeah.
And here's, as you were saying, the legendary difficulty. Yeah, it's Times Square, Warren Gate Power Plant, and the Napalm production site, which they feature new, powerful, and smart enemies. It's the most challenging content in the game, and is intended for organized groups. Legendary difficulty rewards you with unique vanity items not available elsewhere in the game, on top of regular rewards. Which those vanity items are the new exotics, which exotic items take over the place of named gear items and weapons. And the new gear set, aka Seeker. So yeah, that's going to be perfect. I've heard from the PTS that Seeker is okay. I heard it's a little bit OP, but we'll get into whatever that is like in a bit. They've added exotic weapons. All have their own unique talent. The change is retroactive. The weapon sets for exotics, aka Valkyria, was turned into Hildur and Ear, which their talents become active and synergized when you have both equipped, which I'll show you a little sneak peek of what happens when you do that later. Exotic caches are available as a weekly reward from legendary difficulty missions, which is freaking awesome, but yeah, it gets rid of me having to grind Lexington 80 times to try and get the Barrett's chest piece, which I've yet to get yet. So
Me either, don't worry.
Gonna hit my head on the desk.
Did you guys get it yet at all? Dave, Gabe?
Sorry?
No.
Did you get the Barrett's chest piece yet?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Neither have I, don't worry. It's a beautiful chess piece. I feel like, I'm afraid the first time I get one, though, it's going to be like electronics and have shit talents.
All in time, we'll see.
And they've also done a lot to gear set changes, which, yeah, as part of the overall balance of the game, they've made a pass on the gear sets. One gear set that has been some passionate discussions and use in the community since 1.5 is Alpha Bridge. We're changing aspects of it since it's currently mathematically superior to other gear sets, aka everybody uses it, including me. Instead of the 4-piece bonus sharing all talents when you use 2 weapons of the same category, it'll now there's a baby in the background. it'll now
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll now share the free talents from both weapons, except from exotic weapon talents, as mentioned above. We'll keep a close look on Alpha during the PTS to see if there's any other changes we want to make. The Frontline set has become really popular, which I haven't checked out Frontline yet, but I might in a bit. We're really happy about since it's so much fun to play with. In 1.6 we're making some tweaks to balance it more, so aka they're buffing it. The four-piece bonus will no longer remove your crit hit chance, as it was found to be quite confusing since it didn't apply to all crit hit chance bonuses. Instead, it will remove the effects of any mod, reactive targeting, assault shield, kinetic breaker you've applied to the ballistic shield. I think, is Reclaimer or Frontline the one where you can use an SMG with a riot shield?
Ooh, I think that's
I think it's Reclaimer.
Lamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also making changes to the Reclaimer gear set, turning it into more of a support set. When wearing 4 pieces, the set will activate all the support station mods simultaneously. Holy shit, that's gonna be buffed. Put health on Reclaimer, everyone. The 2 and 3 piece bonuses will also focus on the support station, increasing its range and duration respectively. It will no longer have an effect on consumables. Tactician's Authority will be slightly changed as well. Its buff will no longer run out after 10 seconds. It'll disappear after you use a skill. We're introducing a new gear set called Seeker, which will have body shots as its specialty. It's a 4-piece bonus. Its 4-piece bonus will give you a guaranteed critical hit after landing 2 consecutive shots to the body, which can spread out across different enemies. We hope that you guys will come up with creative uses for that using different kinds of weapons. So I've heard in the PTS that people have been abusing the Valkyria and Seeker, which I'm actually going to show you guys right now. So in The Last Stand, this is kind of what happens when you have an extremely OP ear and... Oh wow, there's new people in the chat. What's up, guys? Will this video be archived? Just tuned in. Yep, 100 CW frontline defense uses SMGs. Oh, okay, defense. My bad, man. Yeah, frontline is defense. Sorry. Long day.
But yes, you can find the podcast on our iTunes, on Twitch, and on our YouTube channel, Dark Winter Radio, which we always upload after the show.
Yep, I upload about a day or 2 after the show on here.
Yeah, and you can always find also our weekly stream gameplays that we do in between our podcasts. We always stream the Twitch.
But yeah, here guys, here's what happens when you have an overly OP build with Valkyria. Yeah. So as you can see, I stole this from Sir Grumps a lot. Thanks, Grumps. I believe that's with Seeker. Yeah. If you look at it,
I apologize.
it's fine. Everything looks fine up until you look at the DPS of this build. So this is what happens when you keep stacking.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
14 mil? What the f...
I saw somebody with 15 mil on it.
Well, thankfully, it's a PTS, and they know what's happening, and they can fix it. You know, thank God there's a PTS. If there wasn't, then the game probably would have been more fucked up.
Oh, is that why they said it was broken, yeah?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
why there's a PTS for these kinds of things.
Oh my
Thank
god.
Thank God for the PTS, am I right?
Holy hell.
Oh,
And
okay.
what does this? I'm sorry, I just
Oh, it's fine.
I just closed my door. What gear set does it? It's the Seeker one?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh my god.
Hence why it's, yeah.
So what, you can just one tap and then people just go down?
Pretty much.
Dave, make sure you do this in the PTS.
Make sure you do that, Dave.
Sorry, I would abuse the shit out of that.
Oh, God.
I would just like, yeah, I got
Makes me-
15 mil.
Makes me wish I was a PC player now.
I really
Hell
wish I
yeah.
had it on PC. Armor
What?
and
Y'all gotta
skill.
upgrade.
Armor and skill. I have a PC that can run it. I just don't have the game. I need to buy it. Armor and resistances and skill power and skills are a really long portion, so I'm gonna just read those. Oh no, Shillionaire, the Ghost Recon podcast is right after this. You did not miss anything. So yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go over armor and resistances. Armor has been removed as a major bonus and replaced with health, which is insane because I have so much armor rolled on every gear piece I have right now. Gear still comes with base armor, and some talents will still get bonus armor. Health and stamina are your primary means of toughness now, so armor is not a thing. Current health rolls have been turned into the new stat resist all. Resistances have become analog instead of binary. Diminishing returns have been added to status effects. Other parts of the game have been rebalanced as a result to make sure time to kill and time to be killed stay balanced as of the 1.4 update wanted to keep. And all changes are retroactive.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know what half of that means, but I'm sure many of you that are into builds. I'm still a noob with builds, so
Yeah, same. Don't worry.
I'm gonna probably get Matt Goes Buck or Pulse Idiot to teach me about them. I'm gonna just like spam their stream, just be like, "Hey, teach me about this. I need to know."
So, in terms of like, so now we got a lot of info. We were mentioning before about the whole poll, right? What people are excited for. So yeah, like I was saying, so on at the Division ANZ, I tweeted out, what are you most excited about in 1.6 in the Division and / Last Stand? I gave them 3 options. So I said the extension to the DZs 7 and 9, the new incursion, or the team objective modes, since we don't know technically what that's going to be called. And a whopping 55% said the extension to the DZ.
Meaning people want more out of just the base map, you know?
Yeah, 19% said the new incursion, and 26% said the team objective game modes.
So it's obvious that the incursion is obviously going to be the lowest because that's part of the 1.6 update. But
yeah, hopefully more people play the incursions though, because I
hope
went
so.
back to try play the newest incursion they had previously, and I really couldn't find lobbies. I was playing solo and I was getting just smashed in it. So it was. Really
I actually
hard.
did pretty well going solo in the newest incursion, the one with the cleaners.
So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah.
But yeah, so 55% want like the expansions of the Dark Zone. That's pretty crazy, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I was very shocked with it. I was expecting to say like new incursion or whatever, but a lot of over half of them really are excited for the new extension to the Dark Zone, which is.
That's right.
It just goes to show people want more land, more property, more land, more shit to run around it. Because if you looked at the Last Stand trailer, you saw DZ05, and it looks insane. But something I want to mention about about the new DZ, our friend Shield Sauce, aka Matt Shields, he's put some pictures on Twitter showing openings. It said like CP01 with like a checkpoint, but it was like this door that looks like you could walk through it. There's just like some tape over it, and it honestly makes me think that in a future update, Central Park is going to be a thing.
I really hope so.
Oh yeah, I hope so too.
Because he was playing the PTS and he saw these like these little areas that go into the Central Park. There's just like some tape over the doors and you can't get through them.
Maybe year 2 content.
I would hope so, to be honest.
I think it's pretty much been confirmed that year 2 content is coming after this.
Yeah.
But so I would say probably for another year, you would expect year 2, and then maybe they'll announce Division 2 after that, or maybe 2 years after that.
Because
whatever.
they did say that they're not done with content yet for the game.
Exactly. They definitely go on the same route as Rainbow Six Siege has been going. Year 1 season pass, year 2, everything. So they want to definitely expand this game as much as they can before it reaches its limits, until they have to then obviously provide us with a new title in the series. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
Do you want
Go to my next topic.
Yeah, so with the PTS and 1.6, they're adding. Some people have not wanted this. Some people like me have wanted this, aka microtransactions. Dun, dun, dun. But these microtransactions, do not fear, guys. They are completely vanity. Just breathe. Take a breathe in right now. Take a nice breath.
I did mention it in our chat that that I could have sworn I heard they mentioned there would never be any. I think it was Netro that mentioned it at the time.
Maybe for play to win, they mentioned that. Just think about that.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it was. I think I probably misheard that, but yeah, pretty much. So what? Yeah, I guess we could probably read over the forums at UB. I mean, I could.
Oh yeah.
And then
You can.
Trevor. Yeah.
You can read over them. I'll just. You can read over them if you want to. I'm just gonna.
All right, cool. So this is a little FAQ about the premium credits. This is by Gabe Likes. So
Yep.
one of the community managers from Massive Entertainment, great guy.
I know. Thank you.
Damn it, Gabe.
Alright, so a few of the things that we talked about here are what are premium credits? So premium credits are pretty much new currency. They can be so it's sort of like silver from Destiny,
Mhm.
and you can purchase it using real money, which you can then spend in the game for cosmetics things, so like skins. There's gonna be new skins for backpacks now.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
there's gonna be skins
I
for
actually
backpacks.
I have a picture of the backpack skins. I'll pop up right now.
At
Put
a
that
specific
shit.
vendor. Now, where this vendor will be located, we don't know yet. Probably the terminal,
There you
most
go.
likely. Because I predicted that the last DLC will be launched from the terminal in a certain location, and it turned out I was correct. I couldn't believe it. So there's that. Now, why were they added to the game? That's a big question probably going to be asking. But
Match.
So Gabe said,
I can mention. Matt Chacha kind of said it's a way of people in chat said you got to keep the developers paid, and he's like, yeah, you're pretty much right about that.
Yeah, well, it says here we are providing more ways that players can express themselves and customize the look of their character. Weapon skins and outfits have been incredibly successful in the community to allow players to find the authentic look they desire, aka even those Christmas sweaters that we had recently, which was pretty awesome. I still have it on my character. So they wanted to push this aspect further. They did actually say, though, that they will provide us with some credits once the new update launches, set to buy some stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna set us up with a little bit of credits, but outside of
Yeah.
that little bit, they'll offer them through like Uplay as well, like using
Yes,
points
that's
on
correct.
Uplay.
Yes.
But other than that, you're gonna have to pay for them with real money.
That's amazing, though. The
So it
whole
says,
camo backpack.
Why do I have to pay? There also will be bundles. They mentioned there will be bundles with certain
Vanity
cosmetics,
items,
but,
which I have a picture of the contractor outfit, which is one from the PTS right now. I kind of I took it from a guy off YouTube. I forgot his name, but if I do, I'll put it into the definition of the show notes for all of you guys to look
it
at.
says here, why do I have to pay for more vanity options? Gabe says, while we want to offer more opportunities for you to customize your characters, we also want to find a way to do sustainability without impacting resources available for the main game. So obviously, they want to make sure that it doesn't impact the pay to win thing, so they want it to go that way. How much will the credits cost? There's actually no price at the moment.
I feel like it'll be like $5 for 500 or something like that.
It'll probably, like normal credit costs for other games you see these days. You can buy these credits from your respective store that platform you play on. So Uplay Shop or the Steam store for PC players, Xbox store for Xbox gamers, and the PlayStation store obviously for PS4 players. One feature that's really good, I'm not sure if you can do this in other games that offer this kind of thing, is you could share your credits between characters.
I don't think that'll be available in this kind of game.
No.
Well,
It's-
are you talking about between other people or just between your in-game characters?
No, your in-game characters. It says
I
on
think
premium-
I feel like that might
share.
actually work because in Destiny you can share silver between character to character.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could share between characters.
Yeah, if it's like a microtransaction type of point, it should be shareable between character to character.
But they cannot, however, be shared between accounts, which makes sense. But you can definitely share them with, if you have, say, 2 characters in your game, you can share it with both of them. You can't share them with, say, if you have 2 different Xbox accounts, you can't share between them. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Will premium credits provide a competitive advantage and unbalance to the game? No. So that's obviously a good thing. Is there a way to get premium credits for free? Yes, a limited amount of premium credits will be available for free as a Ubisoft Club reward at launch, and additional credits may be granted in the future. However, premium credits cannot be acquired via in-game activities.
Here's just an example of one of the emotes you guys can do.
Yeah. Okay, this is one of the things that I was talking about a long time ago, where I think season pass owners should get more events or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because, I am a season pass owner. Do I get premium credits for free? No. So it looks like you don't get any for being a season pass owner.
Wrecked.
Unfortunately.
Wrecked.
will premium credits be available in the PTS? It looks like yes, it will
They
be.
gave some people some credits. Like I think they gave them unlimited ones just to test out the functionality of the emote shop.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like we should get credits though if you're.
yeah. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was right. Actually, it says here in-game shop. Where can I spend premium credits? Once acquired, premium credits can be spent at the premium vendor located in-game in the terminal. So,
Which, guys, I've seen where it is. It's right behind where the blueprint vendor is. It's like right over
Yeah.
there.
So I was right about that. What can I buy with premium credits? So you can get weapon skins, backpack skins, clothing items, emotes. Damn. Okay. Damn. I didn't want to say the more emotes, man. And bundles containing items from any of each of the 4 categories above. Will there be regular additions to the vendor? Yes, they will pretty much just like every other vendor in the game. They will restock weekly during maintenance.
Oh, finally a purpose for maintenance.
During this rotation, some items will be added, others will remain or be removed. Note that the rhythm of these rotations may change in the future.
Awesome.
Emotes. I can't imagine what kind of emotes they would have. Like, didn't they have one? I think I saw where it's like a fisticuff kind of thing, like kind of get ready to fight.
Yep, I'm playing it over the stream right now. You can look at the stream replay and it'll be on there.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the fisticuffs. I'm gonna get the fisticuffs. And
Yeah.
yeah, they made it so there's 8 emotes on your screen at one time now.
So how many? Do we know how many emotes there will be besides the ones
They're
that
gonna
you got in game?
they're gonna update them. So, and here's an example of the PTS. There's a chicken emote, put 'em up emote, which is the fisticuffs, and provoke emote. So yeah, that's gonna be.
I'm sorry,
pretty-
did you say chicken emote?
Yeah, you like flap your arms like a
Chicken
chicken.
wings, yeah.
Yeah, you flap your wings like a chicken.
God.
Yeah,
You fly.
there's no flying vehicles in the division.
Oh god.
All right.
All right.
We'll have to
what
nerf
else is it? How will the premium vendor evolve? Would you add new items, types of items? We have not planned to add any new type of content. For now, it's just to add the same type of content, so skins only, emotes, stuff like that. Okay. Is premium credits the only way to acquire vending items in the game now? No. Simple answer. It's pretty good.
All items
Now,
are new.
this is about the inventory. This is the last bit of the forum blog. Where do I receive the items I purchased? They'll be sent directly up to your inventory. So just like anything else you buy in the game. If your inventory is full, actually no, it doesn't count towards it. So just like
Skins never did.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
they
didn't they
used
fix that?
they used to, but then they added it so they don't
Yeah.
because they had
Yeah,
too
yeah.
many skins in the game.
Yeah, they're like, oh no. They
Yeah,
got laid.
they will add a new inventory category. So for backpack skins and emotes, weapon skins and clothing will be obviously found in the same categories that you currently have them in now. How do I unequip emotes? To equip an emote, you must open the emote wheel and press left trigger, spacebar to open up the equipment screen. Then you use the right stick to select any slot, pick the emote you want to equip. Okay, only one emote can be equipped multiple times on the emote wheel. It is not possible to have an empty slot. Okay.
I've seen some of the other emotes that people have had. I didn't include some of them on the stream, but that's for you guys out there in the chat to figure out because
I think
they're honestly hilarious. I hope you
I
guys
think
like
for
them.
me, I would probably go for the fisticuff one, and what else? I wouldn't go for the chicken.
There's also like a referee one I've seen where it's like you go like 1, 2, 3 at the ground, like when
Get
there's a,
out.
when there's a dead
Oh my
body
God,
beneath you, you could use that in the dark
so
zone.
it's sort of like the boxing and UFC.
Yeah, you do
Count out.
like you do that, so people could do that instead of the stupid.
Yeah, and
That
lastly,
gets so annoying.
if you want to equip the backpack skins, pretty much they're going to be available obviously in the inventory backpack mods menu. You press Y or triangle or G, apply skins, and then you can browse them and apply them just as you would for weapon skins.
It's amazing.
So that's pretty much the forums.
I
information
I don't think we're gonna need to go over the patch notes for the PTS because we already went over basically all the info that's in there. Because I actually checked it out. I'm just like, you know what? I don't think we need to go over that. But we will on iTunes and the YouTube description for this, guys. We'll have the links to all these forums as well as chats and articles, so you guys can check it out for yourself if you want to look at a deeper
exactly.
description.
I think we can now really move on to one of our final topics of this episode. Then we can move on to Ghost Recon's Intel from the Wildlands.
I think we have a chat Q&A, and
That's correct.
What?
Yes,
so if any of you guys
want to put anything in the chat, any questions you want to ask us that we can answer, it could be anything you guys want. Go ahead and we'll answer away.
So guys, how's your guys' day doing today while we wait for that?
Oh my god. Well, actually, I just finished playing Rainbow Six.
Oh yeah, you play Siege a lot too.
Yeah, I play Siege a shit ton now. Cause you know why? I'm good.
Oh,
play 10 games.
someone's a little bit hyped up about themselves.
Very modest, Gabe.
Played 10 games, Platinum 1,
Really?
ranked. That's it.
So, Gabe,
Yes.
are you on Xbox a lot now since you've got one?
I got one, yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to like mimic your accent. I don't know why I did it like that.
We need to get you on Xbox One and have a stream sometime on The Division.
Yeah. Because okay, well the thing is, I'm really cheap, right? I've been using like the flyers and the whatever like notes that I get for free Xbox Live
Oh,
and
I
shit like
gotcha.
that. So it's probably out, but I do have the Division on there.
I can send you.
want it.
I have a 7-day code from my collector's edition for The Division. I could just send the code to you if you want to.
That'd be great. Yeah, to renew it.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that.
for a solid week. Then you just need 51 more of those codes to renew for a year, and you're okay. So I don't even know if those stack or not. So yeah, any chat questions you guys want to ask? Anything? We're gonna finish it up here in a couple minutes.
And then we go into what? Move to.
We're gonna go to Intel from the Wildlands straight after this. So guys on iTunes that are listening in, right above this podcast, you'll see Intel from the Wildlands episode 2. If you want to do a part 2 of this podcast just with Wildlands stuff, that's right above, right there. And anybody on YouTube, it'll say like up next, Intel from the Wildlands episode 2. I'm just predicting everything I'm saying right now. So
Okay.
based on my editing standards, this is how I do things. So I think
See into the future.
I think there's no questions coming through. So I think with that, we're gonna take a short break and then continue to Intel from the Wildlands, guys. I hope you guys had a good a good time watching us banter about the new stuff in the Division, and I hope you guys have a good night. And take it away, fellow co-hosts and guest hosts.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks.
We'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Alright guys, see you in
More
a
or
bit.
less.